Hi, my name's Muenz Chen. I've been in private practice since 1986, and my practice name is the same name as mine, Diana Muenz Chen. If you're at a crossroads or a turning point and you need some guidance, I'm able to give you a private trance session where I channel answers to your questions, and I also give you a higher self message from your higher self that has to do with the next phase of growth you're going to be going through. If your body feels uneasy, we can certainly do a hands-on healing. I'm a graduate of the Barbara Brennan School of Healing, and I also channel a spirit healer who's very good at healing. If you want to think things through with me, we can certainly talk things through and look at what's bothering you and come to some kind of, understanding or maybe an aha. And I have a degree in spiritual counseling. I'm an interfaith minister. And also we could do somatic experiencing. That's something I also offer in my private practice. And that's where we move stuck trauma energy out of your nervous system. Yes, the main services I offer really come into two categories. It's channeling and it's healing. If you're a beginner channel, I can help you to open to channel and to also work with your own ego, to get your ego out of the way so you're a clear channel. And we all need to do that. Everyone who channels needs to work on their ego, myself included. If you're an advanced channel, I would work with you the same way. I would work with you, clearing your ego out of the way. And also, if you wanted to set up a professional channeling practice, I could help you with setting up guidelines, with doing fees, figuring out fees, marketing, all that good stuff, the nuts and bolts of setting it up. Or if you wanted to channel for a group, you felt a calling to channel for a group, I could help you with that. I really can help you from beginning to end of channeling. Michael the Archangel and I also have a school, a channeling school called the Open Heart School. I've been teaching channeling since 1988, so I've been around the block with it. And I authored a book also called Channeling the Heart and the Art. It's a comprehensive textbook that all the students have to read in our school. We teach beginner, intermediate, and advanced channels. Also, I have a website where you can purchase my book, and you'll see that on the screen after this interview. You can also receive healing. That's another service that I give, hands-on healing. And so that may entail you laying down and receiving an energy transmission from me, or maybe we'll talk about what's bothering you, or we can do somatic experiencing, which is the way you can move stuck trauma out of your nervous system. I love to tell this story. So I was in a musical comedy class, and one of my classmates said, "Hey, come to this class. It's a seance. It's a circle." And so I went, and it was led by Clifford Bias, who is the granddaddy of a lot of New York mediums. And he was a physical medium, which meant he brought physical manifestations into the room from spirit. So there would be a trumpet circling the ceiling, and the spirits would be magnifying their voices with it, or a spirit would knock down a vase of flowers, or, they'd give us apports, they'd give us presents from the astral, actually physical presents like a moss agate or a tie pin. And I got very involved in the drama at the beginning. And slowly, after 2 years of kind of sitting every week with Clifford and my classmates, I started to realize that it was really about spiritual growth. It wasn't about the drama and the incredible things that the spirits were doing. It's about what they were telling us, what they were teaching us. And so after a while, I wanted to learn channeling myself, because the guides had told me in the seance, they told me that I had an ability, which I didn't know. I had an ability to channel. So I went to a teacher. I opened up to channel. I met my first guide, Holly, which was a delight. She's a little joy guide. And it was such an incredible and wonderful experience for me to open up to the spirit realm for the first time, to feel that unconditional love and the joy and the openness. And I love to help people to open up their channeling like I did. The mission of my business is the same as my soul's purpose, and that is to help you to open up and get in touch with your own goodness and to feel happier in your life, and to feel your own spiritual connection to the divine, to creator, to whatever you call that energy. It doesn't get much better than that. Well, one of the things that I am good at doing is troubleshooting for people that feel stuck or feel afraid to channel. I'm good at moving you beyond that place of feeling stuck or feeling like you're nervous about what you're going to connect to. The thing that I do when I teach people, it's a very uncommon kind of technique that I use when I teach people to channel, and that is I read you as you're channeling. As you're channeling, I tell you, okay, well, you're doing this, or you're doing that, and then when you get that feedback from me, you can connect what you're experiencing with what's actually happening. Let me give you an example. So let's say you're connecting to your higher self, you're channeling your higher self. And we teach connection to higher self, soul, and one of your spirit guides in our workshops. So you learn how to do all three of those. But when you're connecting to your higher self, let's say when I say, okay, now you're connected to your higher self, you see purple on your mind screen, that's subjective clairvoyance, you see it internally, and maybe you feel a lattice work around you, and you feel it on the skin of your body. That's you translating energy of your higher self into a physical feeling. It's called clairsentience. That's a psychic ability. And so when you go into your higher self, if I say you're in your higher self, and every time you get the purple on your mind screen and the lattice work, then you know, okay, now if I go home and I practice and I see the purple and I feel the lattice work, I know I'm in my higher self. Another unique part of my practice is that when I give you a private trance session, I channel a message for you from your higher self, and people find that to be very moving and inspirational and very important, and usually it confirms sometimes what they've started to feel because they've just started to move into that phase of growth. Yes. Now, confidentiality is a cornerstone of my private practice, which means I don't usually talk about what happens in your session. It's really confidential. However, a client emailed me at the end of last year and gave me a testimonial, told me what happened for her. And so I asked her to put that testimonial on my website, and I did. So I have her permission to talk to you about her. Her story is that she was smoking for 50 plus years. Michael the Archangel and I we channeled a healing to her, and she quit immediately without any frou-frou about it. She just quit right after the healing. And she hasn't had a cigarette since then, and that was December 2013. Yes, the name of my website is my name. It's Diana Muenz Chen, all together, no spaces, no capitals, .com, www.dianamuenzchen.com. So please come and visit.